Hey all, Toes here, back with some exciting new news in the world of House Flipper. So it's been known for a little while that next year will bring the arrival of the Pet DLC to PC players of House Flipper. But alongside that, we can now expect to see a Farm DLC coming to House Flipper. So we're going to be breaking that down, guys. We'll go through the trailer and we'll look at all the juicy stuff that we can find in this. So sit back and enjoy. Right, so let's have a playthrough of this, guys. Obviously, this is all really exciting. I mean, what's really interesting is it seems like it's a massively different direction. Seems like a much more kind of Simsy direction. And there's some new features and stuff, and definitely some new mechanics. So stay tuned for those as we kind of get to those, if you didn't spot those in the trailer. So yeah, we've got pigs, we've got cows back there, we've got horses. But yeah, it seems like a really different, like a whole new different direction. There's obviously some changes to the way that the gardening works, like more like an kind of agricultural thing. I don't know how this is going to work, or like whether this kind of does anything, or like you sell these, or what. Like, is this a way of making money that you sell your crops, or is it just purely for fun? The first bit that I didn't notice the first time I watched it, but what's really cool about this, obviously we can see the crops growing. We never had weather before, and what's super cool is if you watch this back, see how the lightning strike. So we have no weather at the moment, so rain, but the lightning strike actually strikes the roof of this barn there, and you see all the tiles kind of spray up. So is that going to be like a random event? No idea if this is just going to be like a repair function, or this means we'll be able to change, I don't know, change the tiling, the roof textures. There's nothing we can currently do with the actual roof. So obviously you can change all the sidings, but you can't change this roof. So I wonder if that's something they're going to be looking at. Now this is the thing that's really amazing. This was the thing that kind of blew my mind. And obviously, you know, for any of you that know my stuff or know the game, lots of people have been crying out for the ability to extend buildings for a long time, and they always said this was never going to be something we were going to get, but here we are. So there's some kind of interesting things to note here. Obviously you can see the way that the kind of, you know, almost like painting out. So you first you kind of mark out this wall. This wall is getting marked out, and then we're dragging out a foundation for it, and then you see all of the walls just kind of miraculously built. Now bear in mind this is obviously really an early view of this, so this might all change. It might get it might be a slightly different process, I guess. But the things that are super interesting here is this step. So we get to knock out a door. Now they, in the way they do this, if we look here, this is effectively the way the windows work at the moment. If you look before the guy hits with the hammer, there's already something there. So if you've done this before on the Luxury DLC, or since Luxury DLC came out, you'll know that you can place down a window or a door, and then you have to kind of like smash out the bricks for it. So that's what appears to be happening here. Like, I don't know what the possibilities of this are. Obviously, I'm someone that's done the stacking method and did some houses using that. And I'm guessing this is completely going to supersede that, because it would seem I don't know how far you can extend. Like, is there a limit? Can you make a whole new house using this method? Presumably you have to have something to extend it off of. They're very much saying this is like an extension rather than a house building function. Everything else from here is pretty simple. Putting a fencing outside. This all seems pretty cute, but yeah, some sort of, again, not quite sure how this works, but I don't know if these are going to be items that you kind of buy. Obviously there's some actual like interactions and stuff going on here. Collecting eggs, like what again? What? Why? What's it for? Do we sell them? Pet the cow, which is kind of cute. pet the lady cows, and then I again don't know what this is for, but kind of cool. You get to ride a horse. You get to be a cowboy or a cowgirl. That's pretty badass. And obviously some new properties and stuff. So we see some new properties. So let's jump over into the Steam page and see what other information is on there. So yeah, first of all, the actual announcement thing they put up on Steam has some information. I don't think this actually appears in the actual DLC page. So multiple farm properties, interestingly not stating a number this time. They've decided not to state a number of properties. That's something new. Dozens of different farm themed items, new story orders, so new jobs, farm animals such as cows, sheep, chickens and more, crop plants that you can take care of, more space with the ability to extend your house, etc., horse riding and many more. So let's actually hop over. So no information about when specifically yet, although actually, sorry, on that previous page, if I can just get back to this, let's see if this has changed, because this was, yeah, okay, here we go. Frozen Way. So Frozen Way is kind of I think the sister company of Frozen District, who make the base game. So these guys have been making, this part of the studio have been making the Pets DLC, which makes sense. This is kind of a natural extension of that. But they're saying specifically, and this again was a big surprise, but their intention is to deliver this by the end of 2022. So that would mean both Pets DLC and Farm DLC coming next year to PC. Okay, so the cat experience fresh farm vibes thanks to the latest addition to the Housekeeper family. Let your surroundings be filled with the sounds of the life of your animal companions. Build homesteads and look after swine, sheep, chickens and more. Your very own farming adventure begins now. Wouldn't an extra room in your perfectly designed house be a handy addition? Do you dream of a garage for your brand new car? It's now all possible thanks to the Farm DLC. A revolutionary house extension mechanic will forever change your everyday renovations. So I wonder if it's going to be single story, or can you have it multiple story? Again, as I said, can you build a whole new house from it? Does it have to be attached to an existing property? Can you build a little chalet or an outhouse or something? Plant harvest repeat. Hungry. It's time for dinner. Time is in the herb time. See what they've done there. Let us celebrate. Ugh. No matter what you plant, you better take care of creating the right conditions for your vegetation. Selection of unique tools and a set of farming skills will help you with that. Prepare the soil, spare no water, and you shall be harvesting plentiful crops in the blink of an eye. And then lastly, hop on your horse. Keeping your farm in check is not just a responsibility, but also a pleasure. Whistle for your favourite steed, hop in the saddle and go for a ride around the land. Keep in mind that this is just the beginning of your adventure, farmer. Maple Bloom Village awaits you. Interesting. So yeah, super exciting, guys. No information specifically about the date yet. No information about the price yet. And as I said, console will probably be coming up over the hill because obviously your guys are a few years behind the base game at this stage. So yeah, do let me know what you think of that in the comments, guys. Love to hear your opinions on it. Which specific features are you looking forward to the most? My name is Taves. Do not forget to like and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one. Take it easy.